Howdy folks, I'm Matthew Street and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you very much. Keep smiling, keep trying, knowing you can always count on me forevermore. That's what friends are for. Oh, Mario, my friend. Oh, that Matthew, he's the crazy. Okay, sorry folks, but you know, that's what friends are for. They do nice things for you and make you happy. Well, I don't know. Who's heard of this album before? The Wedding Album. There it is on CD in all its John and Yoko glory. The Wedding Album, yes. I believe third in a series, starting with Two Virgins. No, I won't show you that one. Life with the Lions, classic. And then The Wedding Album. Okay, folks. Yeah, we're going to a different part of John and Yoko's catalog here, okay? There's no Plastic Ono Band coming, no Imagine, no Sometime in New York City. Yeah, that one's kind of... No Mind Games, no Walls and Bridges, no Rock and Roll, no Double Fantasy, no Milk and Honey. All right, we're going for the guns here. We're going for the Wedding Album. You know, the album that has such big hits as John, Yoko, John, Yoko, John, Yoko. Who remembers that big smash hit? Real lyrical, spectacular song there. I don't know what you call it. Crazy. It's a crazy, as Mario would say. Anyway, folks, still, let's talk about the Wedding Album. It has to be one of the best packaged albums ever that John put out. I mean, it's on par with George's, not in volume as far as number of records, but just the packaging, coming in a big box set, okay? And with posters and a piece of the wedding cake and booklets and all kinds of goodies and pictures of John and Yoko. It's just a well-packaged album, folks. You have to give it that. I mean, the cover's beautiful. It's just a nice cover. Unfortunately, let's face it, the contents are not that great. Okay. So for my purposes, you know, I'm happy with, you know, my Wedding Album CD here, and I think I might have thought about one day maybe getting the Wedding Album proper, but just haven't gotten around to it. It's just not high on my Beatle and John Lennon, sorry John, priority list, you know what I'm saying? Well, but there's friends we have in this world, folks, good friends. We have close family, close friends, people that mean so much to us. And as you know, if you go back a few videos, you'll meet my good friend Jim Cushman. Yes, Jim Cushman, the Beatles authority, Beatles expert. I have never met a Beatles collector at a higher tier than Jim. I'm sorry, folks, all of you that watch my channel. You can't hold a candle to Jim, none of you. Well, you can't hold a candle to gin either, gin and tonic, but no, I'm sorry, folks, back on track. I'm sorry. You're all great collectors out there. I love you all, the people whose channels I watch, but I'm sorry. Jim's got you beat in the collecting department. I'm sorry. I've seen his collection. I know what he's doing over there, and I'll tell you, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. And any of you that haven't had the chance yet, go back to my series of 3 videos with Jim. He was here in person, and he showed some really awesome Beatles items, folks. Now, Jim will be back again. He will be back for a series of videos, hopefully in the coming weeks or so, and I'll let you know about that. He's going to bring a lot of cool Beatles stuff to show you. Jim is the gentleman who gave me the piece of John Lennon's bath towel from when John was over living in England, in Surrey, back in 68, 69. I showed you that. Jim is also the very nice gentleman. You can't see it too clearly, but right where my finger is, that red t-shirt back there. I did an exclusive video on that. That is a shirt personally owned by Ringo Starr himself. Beautiful collectible, one of a kind. And now Jim has done it again, folks. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to thank Jim. Well, I do my best. I try to thank Jim by my friendship and, my wife and I, Mrs. Street, and Jim and his great wife, Donna. We have a lot in common, not only the Beatles, but both of our wives are RNs, registered nurses, and they're both great registered nurses, really caring people. So we have a lot in common, but the Beatles is one thing we do have in common, and we share, and Jim has done it again, folks. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is a original. Now, the wedding album came out October 1969, believe it or not, right around the same time Abbey Road did. And it's in a beautiful box. Now, don't mind all the glare and the plastic on it. It's still in the shrink wrap. This is an original release on 8-track cartridge. Can you see that okay? The wedding album on 8-track cartridge, still in the shrink, but I covered it with plastic and sealed it up a little bit with tape to protect it. And I'm going to tell you why I went all out and did that in a second here. But as you can see, there it is. Yes, believe me, it's still in shrink inside this plastic. There it is. An original first pressing release on 8-track cartridge of the wedding album, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I'm going to put it right back here for a minute. You might be saying, well, that's nice, Mac. Mac. Too many Coke Zeros today, folks. I don't know what it is. Too much caffeine or something. You might be saying, well, that's very nice, Matt. Okay, you got a nice original release wedding album on 8-track cartridge, which is kind of rare in itself. Still in the shrink, I would say. But, folks, get ready. This wedding album right here was personally owned by John Lennon himself. I'm not kidding, folks. Jim has outdone himself this time with gifting me with a Beatles collectible, a one-of-a-kind that I could never, in my wildest dreams, ever imagine I could obtain and have in my possession. An original wedding album, still in the shrink wrap, owned by John Lennon himself. And I have the letter of authenticity from Leland's auction house right here, with some other paperwork on the back. And I'd like to read it to you if you don't mind, so you understand what it's all about. It has a picture of the album down here, a couple of pictures, signed personally by Joshua Evans, who's the chairman of Leland's Auctions. And I'll read it to you right now. I'm very excited about this. This is an original first release 8-track sealed box set of the wedding album by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. This once belonged and was property of John Lennon himself. We obtained this from the legendary rock and roll dealer Cliff Yamasaki. Cliff has been a respected member of the rock collecting community since the 1970s. He obtained this and other Apple Records material which was sold by Yoko Ono through an agent and once belonging to her husband John Lennon. This included some old Apple products, there was some albums in this group, there was a couple of singles, the 1/8-track and a cassette and some cassette tapes and other Apple Store materials. The reason that he had this or these items was that John Lennon never wanted any of his product to become cutout stuff. In other words, John didn't want stuff like this, if it wasn't sold, to end up in a cutout bin, so he said, I'll take it. So when Apple went out of business, John took possession of this wedding album rather than it be sold at a discount price. He took it into his possession. Amazing. Years later, Yoko Ono disposed of this box set along with some other Apple products through an agent acting on her behalf. Cliff Yamasaki and a partner purchased them from him at the Rye, New York Beatle Fest in 1981. This is an elaborate box set designed by John Kosh, including sets of photos, drawings by Lennon, a reproduction of the marriage certificate, a picture of a slice of wedding cake inside a white sleeve, and a booklet of press clippings about the couple. This is indeed 100% authentic and once belonged to John Lennon personally. It is guaranteed by Leland's Auctions to be 100% authentic and as described. And there's a letter right there. So folks, once again, I have to give my heartfelt thanks to Jim and Donna. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for gifting me this beautiful keepsake, this wedding album, personally owned by John himself, in his possession, and now it is in Matthew Street's possession. And I'm so grateful for this. It will be proudly on display down here in my Beatles collector's room, my music room. I'm really looking forward to people seeing this, along with the letter. The authentication letter will be with this displayed so people can read it, just like I've done with Ringo's shirt and with John's piece of bath towel. So thank you again to Jim and Donna. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you soon, hanging out and getting Jim back here to talk about some more of his special Beatles memorabilia. That's coming soon. And to all of you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, checking out this video. I mean, this is special stuff, folks. When I can show you one-of-a-kind Beatles items, especially one-of-a-kind items that were personally owned by one of the Beatles themselves, it means the world to me to be able to share it with you. And I thank you for being here and being part of it. So thank you, Jim. Thank you, Donna. Thank you to all my viewers and subscribers. Love you all. Bless you. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.